Let's make a variation on the linear stool, but actually let's make it a very uneven. So, for example, I'm going to create myself another sketch onto this plane. And for example, 25, 25, kind of like this, maybe 50. Do something similar like this. Okay, that's good. And I click Stop Sketch. I'm going to create myself another construction plane. Maybe along this one, let's say 50 up. Okay. Let's make a new sketch onto this plane. And I simply start with the same basic proportion a little bit. Okay. Stop sketch. Good. And now this is actually the kind of like the tricky thing, what I'm going to do. I'm going to create now a third sketch, doesn't matter which orientation, and this sketch is for all my vertical lines. But before I do anything, I go and select Include 3D Geometry, and I include all those endpoints of those other two sketches into my third sketch. And the main reason is now I actually can snap actually to those points. Okay. So for example, these lines will always be automatically updated based on how I'm going to create this plane or this plane. So I'm going into edit mode for this sketch. And maybe here I'm going to delete all these constraints. And just in a simple test first, let's move this one in maybe a little bit and a little bit there. I'll make this one horizontal there. Okay. And there you saw already that all these lines, because again I 3D included all those endpoints into my vertical line sketch, and then I could 3D sketch onto them. In case you forgot and you cannot snap to those points, you need to have Allow 3D Sketching turned on. So I'm curious actually if we can even move a point up here. No, we can't. Okay, not a problem. Let's go into the sketch, and for example, I would like this point maybe be a little bit lower. Let's say this point maybe a tick higher. Stop sketch. There you see now it's actually at an angle. Maybe that was too much. Let's go back. Maybe just this one. We move up. There. Okay. Let's take a look. Yeah. And maybe at this point here, I'm going to move down. So the annoying thing, that's true. Contrast to alias, here we always have to go into the sketches sometimes and do those adjustments. Okay, good. So, what can I do now with all this stuff? Well, the nice thing is, Fusion has now a full set of surfacing tools. So I could patch, for example, select this line, do not enable chaining, this, this, and this. Surface one. Let's do it again. And my sketches are hidden. This line, this line, this line, and this line. do it one more time. No chaining, this line, this line, this line, this line. Another time. There, 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 there. Okay. I'm curious if we should be able to cap the top. What happens actually if we give it a small tangent? Yeah, that's probably not really working. Connected, fine. That's good. Okay, we can hide all these sketches. Actually, at this point, we don't need them anymore. We can select everything, stitch it together into a shell. And there are some problems. Okay, let's overwrite the radius or the tolerance. Good. Oh, no, let's go back. Do not undo this one. There. Because I thought like, well, in this case, now we could go to fillet and round all those edges. Anyway, 2 centimeters. Not too much, yeah. Let's give it a number of 3. Okay. Doesn't look too bad. So you see that's a very irregular stool. We can give this one a thickness, thicken this one to the inside by maybe 2 centimeters. Let's see if that works. Yep, so the fillets are still okay. Let's take a look at the side because I'm curious. Yeah, see the bottom part, because of the thickness, the part grew back. That's not really ideal. So what are we going to do to clean that up? I could split it and delete the part. So with a construction plane, this one, we could go and do a split body. So this object split with that construction plane there. And we should end up with the main part and the small part here. And this one, for example, we can discard. There we trimmed it away. Okay, so that's, for example, a small demo in how you can create very irregular furniture by simply working with 2 or 3 sketches. Let's make this 3rd sketch. I don't want to see anymore. Just curious if I click this point. I can do it this way as well. Oh, something's exploded. Okay, let's see what the problem is. So where are my bodies? There's the body. So that actually worked out. That worked. Don't really understand why this one doesn't work right now. Shouldn't really be a problem. So edit. I guess maybe as it looks, it just forgot or got confused what geometry to use. So as you can see, in my case, you don't necessarily need to delete everything. Just fix the most problematic part and then probably it will work. Oh, you see actually the outer edge is not as high, so this split command, which I did, is not really very good. So in this case, I'm going to create myself a construction plane, this one, and maybe 0.25 centimeters above the ground. 0.2. Let's see if that's enough. There it is. Yeah, not really. 0.5. Okay, good. Oh, by accident I created another construction plane from a previous construction plane. And let's do it here, 0.5 there, good. If I click it, edit, oh yeah, I didn't select edit, my fault. Anyway, now I can go back, this object, this construction plane, there you can see this line shoots over the bad lower part there. And if I want even this outer edge, for example, I can round a little bit, break it. Ooh, way too much. There. Okay, let's go back one last time into the first sketch, because that's the reason I actually have those corner constraints that I didn't really want to have, because from this view now, if I turn this sketch off, I would like to be able just to pull out this line. Okay, I might have to turn this one off so I can click this point. Okay, that other line moved with it. Oh, somehow that was a horizontal constraint sneaked in there. Just be aware of, if you have all these commands, every time when you make a deformation, obviously then Fusion will have to work a little bit because it's re-evaluating all those steps. But you can see, this way I quickly changed the proportions of my whole cubicle second stool. Okay, and that was basically everything to this one.